Okay, in this lesson, I'm just going to go through another example of using the Cartesian formula to find the area of a triangle. So remember the formula says this: if 0, 0, very important that 0, 0 is one of the points, x1, y1 and x2, y2 are the three vertices of a triangle, then the area can be given by this formula: half times the absolute value of x1, y2, subtract x2, y1. Okay. In this example here, it says 0, 0, 4, 3, and 6, k are vertices of a triangle. The area of the triangle is 7 meters squared. Evaluate k. So a couple of things. First of all, 0, 0 is one of the vertices. That's good. That means I can just plug the other 2 points into the formula. The other thing that is different than before is actually we've been given the area here and we're trying to find the y coordinate of this second point. So I'm going to start off by writing out my formula. The area is equal to a half times the absolute value of x1, y2, subtract x2, y1. Always a good idea to start by writing out the required formula. It's given in your tables. Make sure you know it and know where to find it. In this example, the area is given, so actually you can fill 7 straight in here on the left. I've got 7 is equal to 1/2 of. And then the other 2 points, remember the other 2 points, 0, 0 actually doesn't go into the formula. It's the other 2 points, 4, 3 and 6, k. So the first x coordinate by the second y coordinate. So 4 by k. So that's 4k. Subtract then the second x coordinate by the first y coordinate. Second x coordinate by first y coordinate, that's 6 times 3. And from here it should be straightforward enough. I'm going to do two things in this step. I'm going to double both sides to eliminate the half. So I'm going to say that 14 must equal 2. And I'm going to simplify inside this bracket. 4k subtract 18. Okay. So at this stage we're left with what's called an absolute value equation or a modulus equation. One thing to know about the absolute value of a number, the absolute value means its distance from the origin. Its distance from 0 in this case, because we're just talking about real numbers. So the distance of the number from 0. So we're saying this number inside the bracket, the distance of this number from 0 is 14. And there are two numbers that have a distance from 0 of 14. So there are two numbers whose distance from 0 is 14. And those two numbers are positive 14 and negative 14. So this number inside the absolute value brackets, 4k subtract 18, could equal to positive 14, or it could equal to negative 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve each of these equations. Really straightforward from here. Equation 1, I'm going to add 18 on both sides. I'll get 4k equals 32. And equation 2, I'm going to add 18 on both sides as well. 4k is equal to, it's going to be 4 over here. 18 added to negative 14 is 4. Dividing on both sides by 4 in each of these equations will give me k equals 8, or k is equal to 1. So there are two possible values for k in this case. K could be 8 or k could be 1. Okay, and you can check those by plugging them back into the original formula. You know, if you go right back here with 8, you'd get 4. The absolute value of 4 eighths, 32, minus 18. Well, that's the absolute value of 14, which is 14. If you plug 1 in here, 4 times 1, 4. Subtract 18 will be negative 14. The absolute value of negative 14 is positive 14. They're both good solutions. So that's my answer. K is 8 or K is 1. Okay, so sometimes you might be given the area and they might leave out a coordinate. You've got to figure it out. Okay, remember, if the absolute value of any number is a constant, well then that number inside the bracket could be plus or minus whatever that constant is. Okay, and that's how we solve absolute value equations. Okay, practice, practice, get used to the formula.